Hello everyone and welcome to another WoW, WoW draft or Wilds of Eldraine. There's a very nice rare here, the Devouring Sugarmo. You do want to be able to cast the adventure because otherwise this might be tapping somewhat often during your upkeep. But you can just maybe splash for the white option if you are not straight up black and white. The main creature is double caster, so you don't really want to splash the black version of this card. So that's an easy first pick. I wouldn't also mind having the Ash Party Crusher. It's in a very nice color combination and a very powerful 2-drop. Hasty 2-2 can pick up some counters rather easily actually. Yeah, but I mean it's decision between the Party Crusher and the Sugar Move. You could even take these because red and white is such a good color combination, but it's also more likely that it's not open in this draft. Oh, wow, 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 wow. So, there's another Ash Party Crasher. Not only that, but there's also a Torch the Tower. Both would be very nice follow-ups for the first Party Crasher. I think I might even just take the creature, even though this removal is such a good one. And they are legendary, so you couldn't have both of them on the battlefield at the same time. And this Rotisir Elemental isn't going to be as good than either of those. So if I took the Ash, I would take maybe the Ash here, and then the next option would be the Torch the Tower. Now that I took the Sugar move, I actually do like the Princess Takes Flight a lot. Just get some bug in to get rid of this enchantment before Chapter 3, and it's an amazing deal. And I already want to kind of be black and white, which I think was my previous draft deck too. But, I mean, what does it matter now? I'm gonna draft the colors that are open and for which I get the best cards. Now this pack though, there's a very good signal about green. This is a really good card. I'm not going to pass up on this and take something like well, I mean the Vampiric Rage isn't even that great unless you are like a rat. Maybe red black rat focus deck can really use this one, but not with this start I'm having. Yeah, this is just the best card here. You get a 3 mana 3/3, then you have some utility in chapter 2. You don't always sacrifice a creature for the fetching thing, but it's a nice option to have. And then of course chapter 3 is actually a quite strong effect, given that this card already gave you a 3 mana 3/3. That's just a bonus and can help you push a lot of damage. So let's take this. It has to be a signal that green is open. Also, it's quite easy to splash colors with green. So let's say if I am green black, I can easily splash the white for the have for dinner. Now this pack though, well, there is a Hatching Plans and I really like the card, who wouldn't? But there's also an Up the Beanstalk. Am I gonna go for that? Because Hatching Plans would introduce another full color to me to this draft. And this can be really good when it's good, and it's gonna cantrip anyway, and then you can sack it for bargain or something. So I'm gonna take the Up the Beanstalk. It's so early in the draft, it's worth it. And let's see what's going to be actually open. I don't in fact see black now to be very open, and I have no problem playing green-white. I think my previous green-white deck I recorded was the one I ended up with that deck got me to 3 wins, I believe. Of course, I don't have to be white, but here, based on this pack, the best cards to pick is, I guess, I like the Acolyte, especially when you're green-white. You even might sometimes use the Mend the Wilds for good effect. So let's just take that one here, and I am willing to abandon the black unless I get something great black here, which I don't seem to be getting. This pack is actually somewhat weak. You could take the Prism, but I like the Evolving Bulge. Helps me with any splashes that I might still be getting. And I haven't got anything for the Up the Beanstalk yet, and the green and white is maybe not the best color combination for that card. I mean, I think it's actually the worst. White is the worst color to pair with the up the beanstalk. But anyway, I'll take the Evolving Wilds here for now. And another Evolving Wilds. There's one white card, which is not that exciting necessarily. Yeah, I don't know about the white yet. I don't know about the green either, but I guess pack 2 will tell me what to draft. There's some blue open. Blue is the weakest color, but it's still totally draftable, but I just didn't get strong enough blue cards to go to blue early. I'll take just another Evolving Wilds. That gives me nice splash options at least. Okay, so now I see some red options. The Belligerent is maybe even above average 3-drop. These other 2 cards are like playables, but nothing to be excited about. There's the Werefox, which I like. I have no red cards in here, so I think I'm gonna stick with green. I think this is acceptable. The role-making spell is actually an instant, so you can use it as a trick. Gives +1/+1. Unlike some other cards that create rolls, they are more often sorceries than instant. Okay, yeah, blue is open, but I'm going to take the 2-drop. I actually have no 2-drops. I don't know about the up the beanstalk now, currently. I'm actually happy to have these white options here still. Especially the 2-drop. I mean, it's not a great card by any means, but it's something you can play on turn 2 and trade with a lot of other 2-drops. There's an Archive Dragon here. It would be very good with the up the beanstalk, but I don't think I'm gonna abandon the white here now. I need some bargain for that thing though, but oh, there's a maybe I was supposed to take the Brave the Wilds. The hatching plans is still here. Okay, let's take it. Let's see what happens. I think this is fine. Man, was I supposed to go green blue after all? Well, maybe not anymore. Because, well, there's also a Stab Wound, by the way. Pretty nice card. You could even splash this, but there is Pollen Shield here. So this has 1-mana adventure, sorcery speed. Can pump a creature, then creature tokens you control get +1/+1. Okay, I won't actually be having creature tokens, not that many of them, but this is still a 2-mana 2/2 that has a useful adventure. There's also Welcome to Sweet Tooth. There's the Fawn here. Yeah, I mean blue and green would be an option still, I believe, but I'm not sure. I kind of just like the shield here in here. Let's take it. I guess I could still be white and black too, but then maybe I should take the Stab Wound. Okay, well, I get another. By the way, I see a third Party Crasher, but there's a Regal Bunnycone. Now, I actually thought, when I saw this card, I actually thought this was the Bunnycone. Now, this is an actual very good card. This becomes a 2-mana massive card easily. I'm taking this for sure. There's also Glass Casket. There's a Light Blades to maybe try to sack this thing, but now this is the best card in the pack, and it's pretty obvious at this point that I will be white. I'm not sure about my second color. Can I be even mono white? There's a decent red 2-drop. Above average for sure. Nice amount of options. You almost, I mean, most of the time you will use the Wicked Token to maybe give it itself a Wicked Token, have a 2-mana 2/2 haste, but the other options are nice too. There is a Touch the Tower, but there's also Cursed Courtier. I have some ways to give it a roll. I do like the Courtier quite a bit. It's early enough in the draft that I maybe should consider it. I have passed some great red, I think, a few of these Party Crashers. I'm gonna just take the Courtier. Who knows, maybe my deck could be even mono white. I think I would play the Sugar Mob in that case, even though it's a double caster, but I can easily play double black card in a deck that's otherwise mono white, especially with the Evolving Wilds I have. And speaking of which, there's another option for that, but I think I'll just take the Werefox. Now it's slightly better even because I have the Cursed Courtier here, so rolls are good with this thing, so I can knock off the curse token. There's the scavenger, but yeah, I'll take the werewolves. I don't know about the up the beanstalk. I mean, it's actually quite likely I won't be playing it. Now I'm gonna take this curse or the light blades. Now both of them allow me to get rid of this thing's token, but this actually allows me to get rid of the princess takes flight, but it's a little bit unreliable at that because this requires a target that's attacking or blocking in a very short window. Fine, I'll take the removal for now. Intangible virtue. Okay, I would have two effects that pump tokens, but sadly I don't really have token generating. It's mostly the rats in this set and then some few other cards. I know this makes a token, but I mean, that's not a lot. Alright, let's take the genealogist here. How about the mana curve? I can have a 3-drop here. I think it's going to be yet another white-green deck. Let's cut the black now. Don't care about this 2-drop. It can't attack. Return from the wilds. There's a back for seconds. Oh, I do like that. I could actually splash for this thing. It's not like this pack has anything too exciting. I don't care about this card. Candy Trail is like playable, but I mean this is an actually good card. It also has bargain, which I can use with the Princess Takes Flight. Oh, there's another up the beanstalk, but I'm actually not going to. I mean, I have nothing that it triggers it. I'm not going to play a 2-mana cantrip that never draws me another card. The parents, the oath. I guess the oath can be used. Well, I guess the parents can be also used to get rid of this acolyte, but it's a okay. The oath can be used to get rid of also the princess takes flight, so that's actually quite nice. Why is the stab wound still in here? I'll just take it because I'm gonna actually splash for black, not the double black, but I'm going to splash this back for seconds and the stab wound. There's this phone, but I guess I don't need it that much. I don't have much to ramp into. It would help with the splash, yes, but that's pretty much it. Do I want to have like I think I'm not gonna main deck either of these, but let's have like sideboard options here. For power creature might be useful in some matchup. Oh, I don't care about these. Yeah, it's quite ridiculous how open blue is. There's only blue cards here. I'll just take the uncommons. One more pack. Okay, there's a Moonsacred Cavalry. I'm missing one of those. But, okay. I don't think I'm gonna take it now because there's a Grasp of Fate removal. There's also a Royal Treatment, which is something I really like. Maybe even more than the Grasp of Fate. And I do want to have the Break the Spell to combine with the Princess Takes Flight. But I hope to get this thing back at pick number 9. I actually like the Royal Treatment slightly more than the Grasp of Fate. This is removal, and I don't have a lot of that, but I just think this is such an efficient card. I'm gonna take it. Another Royal Treatment, Curse of the Werefox. This is not exactly that great of a card, and I would have to splash it. Graceful Takedown is also decent, but I am just really I really appreciate how this card can be such an efficient play and you get the roll out of it as well. So I'm going to just take another Royal Treatment here. Okay, Bramble Familiar, that's most likely going to be the pick, but this pack has more goodies. I'm not sure if I would splash this, probably not, but there's also the Welcome to Sweet Tooth, which is also very nice 2-drop. But this is just a 2-mana 2 to add mana, even though I don't have expensive things to accelerate into. I can still use the mana early in the game, and of course you can get the adventure late in the game. There's also Knightly Valor, which wouldn't be bad at all, but I think this is a pretty easy pick here. Okay, a Mythic Rare I have a full playset of, so I don't even have to worry about completing my collection. This would only be 40 gems, and I'm not going to take 40 gems over a card I might find use for. This pack isn't so great for me, but there is a good sideboard card in the Spider Food, so I'm gonna just take that for the sideboard. And okay, Brave the Wilds. Okay, and Break the Spell. I'm gonna take the Brave the Wild. It helps me with the splash, but I mean both of these are good to deal with the Princess Takes Flight. So sadly I can only take one of them. But because of the black splash, this makes it even more reliable. I already have a very reliable splash because of the double evolving wilds, but this is one more way to get the swamp. So let's do that. I don't think I want to play multiple of these, and I'm actually might take the Repercussion. I don't have any of them. It's a mythic rare from the enchantment sheet, so it's the hardest rarity to fill. And I do, you know, complete the set still. So I'm gonna save a mythic wild card by picking these. I don't think the other options are that exciting for me. I will have an opportunity for a third royal treatment. I have only 12 creatures, although this doesn't count as a creature, this thing, but it creates one, so I guess 13. Um, I'm just taking the treatment. I'm not gonna pass it. So this is how ridiculous. I mean, you get this kind of a bum rare, first pickable bum rare, as a pick 8 because no one plays. Blue. All right. Well, I'll take the Werewolf. I'm happy to have it here. Another way to deal with the Princess Takes Flight. I get to break the spell here. I was hoping to get it when I took the Brave the Wilds over it. I thought that pick 9 might give the second one because I saw this in pick 1. And I got it, and now I think I have enough ways to get rid of the Princess Takes Flight that I can actually get some very good results out of it. Alright, Curse of the Werefox. One removal spell here. Return from the Wilds. Don't think I'm gonna play this. I'm not gonna splash a double black card. I'll take the only on-color card then. And I don't really care about this, do I? I don't need it, so I'm gonna take the uncommon. It's not actually that great unless you really have a lot of those enchantments, and I actually don't. Okay, Titanic Growth. I probably won't have room for it in the main deck, but it can be a sideboard card. So let's get rid of the lands. And by the way, if you were wondering why I didn't pick the on-color mythic rare, you know, the white 8-drop creature, it's because 8 mana is just too much. It's unless you have a very ramp-heavy deck, and usually green-white won't be. You often need green for the ramp. I guess red can produce some treasures, but still, green is the best ramping color, and sadly green-white isn't usually the ramp deck, so it's hard to play at 8-drop. I like to have it as a sideboard option in some very slow matchups, but I didn't get it back. I'd rather, I think I took, I don't know, was it like a royal treatment or something, that I took over it. So I took a main deck card over a sideboard card, which is pretty normal thing to do. Yeah, this sideboard does not have anything I intend to play in the main deck. There is a 3-drop here. I'm not sure if I care about it. This is going to surely be a 16 land deck because I have such a low mana curve in here. And the Brave the Wild just counts as a land, and also I can get some mana from the Bramble Familiar. Now, let's check a couple of things. First, I'm gonna check how many things give me a roll token. I know it is a lot. That's actually, well, this, well, the idea is that I want to get rid of this cursed roll, but I have, I mean, that's still 8 other cards that can give this a roll token, so very easy time getting rid of it. But the maybe a more important thing is the number of bargain cards, because that's relevant for the Princess Takes Flight. Now I have one in addition to that. There is the Break the Spell, which I can also use to get rid of the Princess Takes Flight. Any other? Is there like an intrinsic way to get rid of an enchantment? I mean, there's the oof, but I can just, you know, this is also a bargain card, so you can of course bargain it, even if the opponent doesn't have any enchantments, because it can't even get rid of your other enchantments. So you can always sack the Princess Takes Flight for this thing. I don't think anything else allows me to get rid of it. Yeah, so that is only 5 ways to get rid of the Princess Takes Flight. Now, it's not the end of the world if you exile some creature for 2 turns and get the flying pump effect in between. But of course the power level difference of when you can get rid of this before chapter 3 resolves. And in the cases where you have to return the creature to the opponent. Well, I guess you can also exile your own creatures, which if you want to, save them from some kind of a pacifism effect or just re-trigger some kind of an ETB. Yeah, it's also possible. This first chapter exiles any creature controlled by anyone. But yeah, anyway, the point is I would like to have more bargain cards to reliably get rid of these. But I have still 5, which I can try to. And if I have these, I will try to kind of wait until playing these in case I happen to draw this card. Now the card I'm going to cut here, because I'm not playing 15 lands, I'm not really doing that, so I think Titanic Growth is one option. How about the 2 drops? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I don't want to go below 6, so I'm going to play all the 2 drops. And I think all the 3 mana creatures I have are totally cards I want to have. Yeah, so the question is, do I want to play 1 Titanic Growth and 2 royal treatments, or just 3 royal treatments? And I'm gonna say that in the main deck, royal treatment is gonna be the more interesting one. So this thing, I'm just checking out the adventure because I don't recall it, what exactly it does. Mill 7, then put a creature, enchantment, or land from the milled cards. Well, definitely land wouldn't be that great, but you can also get an enchantment, which does mean that I can get a stab wound or the Princess Takes Flight with it, and also the Huntsman's Redemption. So yeah, the fact that it's not only a creature but also allows putting an enchantment is going to be relevant for this deck. So that's something you can do, and you can just safely play this on turn 2 because with its own ability you can bounce it back to your hand once you hit 7 mana. I mean, if you hit 7 mana. Alright, so this is the deck. I cut the Giant Growth. Oh, no, not Giant, but the Titanic Growth. And I'll just add some lands here. And let's put the Evolving Wilds. Yeah, I'm not going to play the Return from the Wilds, even though it could fetch me a swamp, because I have a double Evolving Wilds and the Brave the Wilds, and I have only 2 black cards, so if I add 1 swamp, that's going to be enough. I won't be having the black mana always available, but for just 2 cards, there's no reason to play more than 1 swamp. And then just let's use the suggestion here, and I think it's pretty easily like an even. Oh, I do have to cut 1 more land, of course, because I played just 16 and the suggestion gives you 17. So I'm gonna cut the plains because this Brave the Wilds also counts as a plains. So I kind of still have 9 ways to get the plains by drawing 1 of the 6, fetching 1 with either of these Evolving Wilds, and then of course this can get me the plains too. And then that's also 9 ways to get the green mana, and that is 4 ways to get the black mana, which is going to suffice here. Yeah, I ended up not getting any a card that costs more than 5. I was thinking about one thing. The Spider Food is a way to get rid of your own enchantment as well. The thing is, I'm not sure how good it is. I mean, I'm discussing this because of the Princess Takes Flight, but I don't think it's even that great of a deal, because basically you will end up using 2 cards to get rid of 1 of your opponent's creature and then get the pump effect here. And well, you will get a food token, but this deck doesn't really benefit that much from food tokens, so I don't think it's really a reason to put it in the main deck. I will sideboard this in only if I see some juicy targets from the opponent for this card. But yes, this is the deck. On the play with no way to get the black mana yet, but some early plays. If I draw any land, I can play the 3 drops. So yeah, this is a keeper. I would ideally leave the Ufet in my hand until I might, you know, draw the Princess Takes Flight, but we'll see about that. Here I will play the Garden. I got a land which can get me the swamp, which is nice. I might miss a play on the next turn because I don't know if I'm going to play the Oof. We'll see what I draw and what they do. Okay, against red-white I might do that. Okay. Back for seconds isn't bad at all. I'm willing to take the trade here. They might not do that because it has a chance they get to celebrate, and that of course will be a 3-3. And I'm not going to risk a double block of any kind. Although if they celebrate, they probably won't have mana for any tricks. Okay, I don't need to show them that I have a swamp specifically coming up. That's not a thing that celebrates, so they might not attack. So now what I can do is... well, let's first get the swamp. Oh, this is going to give me some pumps. Now I can fight this thing, then attack with the Oof. I know I can use the stab wound as well, but now the fight spell is now better because they are tapped out, so it's no risk. I could just play this for more board presence, but I kind of can't. I mean, I can't attack. I'm just gonna do this, and I'm going to give the monster roll on the Frostbridge Guard because I'm not gonna attack with the creature that fights. Because it's, you know, it's a fight, not a bite, so it took damage. I know I don't want to trade with the guard. This I can trade with. I don't mind if they block here, especially because the back for seconds means I don't mind filling my creature graveyard with creatures. So now it has a monster roll token, so I don't really want to give it another token. I can actually stab wound this thing. They might probably just block it. And they most likely would do that. So what's my game plan if I'm... I mean, it's not the end of the world to just use this as a removal spell. This would be a 2-1. This has even trample, so it's actually... yeah, the monster gives trample. So if they block, they still take 2 damage. It's gonna be worth it. It's really, you know, I don't imagine they will be, you know, not blocking here, because if they don't block, they take 3 and then 2 in their upkeep, so it's better for them to just... I basically used 3 mana to get rid of this, and then at least I get to trample for 2. Okay, they chose that, so they now took some nice amount of damage in there. Okay, they're gonna kill my thing, cut in. Alright, now it's... I mean, they're still losing 2 per turn. But they're gonna... of course, this is gonna grow in size. But, let's see how to do this. Guess I'll just play this. Well, it's not the greatest. I will take 4 damage myself on the next turn. At least I will be able to leave mana up for the rel treatment. Yeah, the token pumping effect is not much. I didn't get to use the adventure here for any benefit, but it's fine. Party Crasher, are they gonna celebrate as well? Well, I guess I'm gonna go for the block, so let's see if they're gonna celebrate. They might celebrate at instant speed. Yeah, and this is kinda sad, but I mean, I have to do this. Wait a minute. Oh, it's an... I actually thought it would have gotten the counter. No, it's a trick. Oh, man. I mean, they actually thought it's gonna be... because this works differently from, let's say, this Grand Bolgeist. This just has the +1/+1 as long as 2 non-land permanents have entered. But the Ash Party Crusher says that it checks it when it attacks. So actually I was willing to trade this and the royal treatment with the Party Crusher, but I now didn't even have to do that. That's pretty sweet. Okay, so I do have to maybe deal with this guy. It's gonna be a 5-4. But they are taking damage for sure. But kind of problem is that this has a roll token. If I play this, I kind of miss out on the roll token. I think I might just have to kill this. Okay, I'm gonna attack, and then I'm going to. It's gonna be a 5/4, so no, actually it's not going to be. But I think I'm still gonna sack the royal roll token just in case, because if I use this for 3 damage, because the thing is when this attacks, the trigger goes to stack, giving it the counter. So I have a window where I can use the light blades without bargain. But then if they respond with a pump spell, that's horrible. Then again, and I'm gonna most likely play the genealogist, giving this a counter anyway. So yeah, let's actually play it safe. I mean, I guess I could take 6 here too. They will play. No, I'm going to just bargain this. Sacking the token. I will get another token anyway. And they are down to 6, and I will be down at down to 12, so that's not so bad. Okay, now they have that. What they got? They play the other 4/3, and then I have the back for seconds. Break the spell, which doesn't do much now. Okay, so what do I have? Oh, I got exiled. I have exactly 2 creatures here because of the, this got exiled. So do I want to play a genealogist which doesn't even give me the token? It has to go to another creature. Yeah, the fact they had the 1 mana kill spell, I really hope that they don't have it and they would just have to maybe block with the giant on my 3 would be 3/3 thanks to the genealogist, and then I would have this on the battlefield. But now I'm gonna take some damage, and it sucks. But oh well. This can destroy an enchantment, so I guess if they get a roll token, I can destroy it. It's a shame that they had this double spell opportunity. And I didn't have a land, so I mean, it would have been okay to play. Oh, come on. Is that a lethal attack? Because they didn't go for the... No, it's not, but they still, probably correctly realized that they can deal more damage. Because they could have actually created the tokens there. Now I'm in trouble for sure. I'm gonna have to block the giant. This is gonna block the recruiter. I mean, assuming they have nothing, I still can be in this game. I take 1 from here. Okay, that is very bad. I'm gonna play this white spell now. I'm not going to use the break the spell. Let's use, because I have only one planes here, so this is pretty auto. Man, this recruiter is so good. So if they have pretty much anything, I die. I literally die if they have anything, like pump spell or kill spell. And I'm tapped out, so they can do whatever they're gonna do here now. Yeah. They'd steal my guy and all that. Well, I thought I was in a good shape, but of course this is a very good archetype, and they had a decent amount of good cards, and it was a turn when they could be able to play the Torch the Tower that things went south for me. Yeah, the stab wound. I took some damage from the stab wounded Grabby Giant that had the young hero token, but they got some life loss, and I would have been in a better shape in the race if thanks to the life loss I caused them to have. But they had, they had basically what they in the end had was an Immodane's Recruiter that, added +1/+1 +3. It was like a surprise +5 damage. That's what the card does. Okay. So, What do I care about in here? Not the 4-2. That's not the card I care about. Royal Treatment will be quite nice here, given what I saw. Come on, what did I do? Not this. Cut in towards the tower. That's already 2, and they might have more, of course. But I have to be wary of the Imodane's Recruiter. It's really annoying card to play against because you just know that they might be able to deal an insane amount of damage in a fairly short time frame. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter here much what I do. I mean, there's not much sideboarding against such a matchup. The only thing maybe is the 2-3 I have, but I don't really, the one with Defender, but I'm on the play, so I'm not gonna play any Defenders here. Alright, this will be nice, and I'm not gonna use the Brave the Wilds now, because, well, first of all, I don't need the Swamp right now, or any land, and then I have the Princess Takes Flight, which I can eat with the bargain. And the question is what kind of card I'm gonna exile. If they have the Party Crasher, yes, then I will probably use the Princess Takes Flight. If not, okay, well, I can actually get them with this Werefox thing. Okay, they even went for it. Oh, please go with the... I mean, they can kill my thing if I don't have anything, but now they... Okay, they wanted to use the trick, but it's the kind of trick that actually permanently enhances my creature, so I'm very happy about this. And also, and not only that, but you know, this is a 2-for-1, because not only was I able to get rid of this for free, because I still have the card here as a 4-3, which I even can cast. Okay, Celebrant is something that can trade with this guy, but it can also trade with the Werefox, so I suppose I'll just let this happen now, because I could play the Princess Takes Flight now, but it's just better to add to the board now that I can. And yes, I can't use the second token because it would just knock off the first one, so this would still be a 3-3 even if I use this second adventure. Oh, they chose that. Nice. I guess they have removal on my guy. They might probably have a cut in. Well, I don't have them. Any of my the 1-mana tricks that give my guy a hexproof, so probably I'm just gonna let that happen. I can you know, exile this with the Princess Takes Flight. So they're likely going to kill the Werefox, give this a young hero token. I'll take 4. And then okay, I was wrong. They have some other plans. Okay then. Okay then. Am I supposed to... This does give the land haste, doesn't it? I think I still want to have the chapter 2, so I wouldn't use this on... And then the Brave the Wilds on the same turn, but on the next turn instead. So I am thinking about just, you know, exiling this thing right now. They most likely have a trick of some kind, but I still have... Both of these have Trample, and I have this trick up anyway. So maybe I will be doing that. Maybe that is good enough target for that. This at least requires them to have some trick. Well, which they are gonna have, but... Oh, well, I'm going to save it. It's not bargained, so this is actually going to... I mean, they're gonna trade, but it's still good, because they will lose their final card now. And they will get trampled over a bunch of damage here. And if they don't have a kill spell on this guard, I'm gonna fly over for 5 damage on the next turn. And this land will have haste, doesn't it? Yep. It doesn't even matter, I can always target a land that, you know, has already been on the battlefield. Alright, so they have this quest. Do they have removal on the guard? If they do, then I don't do anything with the chapter 2. This is a sorcery, so I can't, you know, when this ability goes to stack at the beginning of my main phase, I have to have the creature on the battlefield. If this was an instant, then I could of course make it during the upkeep or draw step. Okay, well that's another good target for my role-giving things, but I actually don't have those right now. But what I am going to do is do this. This doesn't untap the land, but I'm gonna get an untapped land, so bargain. Target land. It can be a forest now. Here. Sack this thing. I will have mana for the werewolves. I'm gonna get my swamp here now. And yep, just attack for now. They don't have a good block there, and now I can play my yet another trampler. Okay, now I'm in a position where the Immoden's Recruiter isn't even gonna help them. That's a good spot to be in. But of course I was on the play there, and I had the combination with the Princess Takes Flight and the way to sack it, so of course it's really nice. Did I learn anything else? Not really. They have the Slinger, which is good against my 2/2s, but then again I have 3 Royal Treatments, 3 Werefoxes, so I have ways to enhance my 2/2 so that they can beat, you know, the 1/3 blocker easily. So do I still need a Titanic Growth Spider Food? I don't think so. And I don't think the back for seconds is a little slow, but I want to have the bargain card for the Princess Takes Flight. So I suppose I'll just use the same build here again. The Armory Mice. No, it's a 2-drop and I need those. Yeah, but I could have this in now on the draw especially. But I just have so few ways to make it actually be able to attack. I won't have a lot of power 4 creatures. I mean, yeah, this is one naturally, and then I can enhance some of my guys to have 4 power, but I don't have that many ways to get that much power. So I'm going to probably just not use the 2/3 and hope I get to have a 2-drop here. Or at least the Light Blades also works on turn 2. Yeah, this is it. This is the deck. I won't be making any changes. Alright, well I have a 2 and 3, I have all my mana. Things can go badly if I don't get to... If I flood out here, but at least that was a spell. So I'm just gonna get the planes with this thing. Don't need to show it to them. This will be 1/1 at first, but it will soon get bigger. Of course it can get just removed, but I mean I'm not gonna miss out playing a 2-drop just for that reason. Yeah, I'm not going to wait until further. I think I'm gonna take 3 here, even if they... Well, let's see what they do. I mean, of course, if they can celebrate, then I will be taking 3, but they could have like the Wrathcatcher thing or whatever. It can make 2 Wrath tokens at instant speed, so I'm not going to risk here. This counts all the non-land permanents I control. So for instance, this thing will actually enhance it twice already. Okay, the Daredevil, that would have been a nasty thing. You know, if they block there. If I block, they get the free value out of this trigger here. I mean, not the trigger, but the adventure. Here, though, question is, now that I drew the Bramble Familiar, am I supposed to just play that and have Royal Treatment up? Because that is something I could be doing. Yeah, I don't like that they have a 3 power and 4 power creatures here, but it's just not much I can do about it. Let's play this, and I'm gonna block. The Bunnycorn could grow quite large, but it's probably gonna have to trade. I don't want to take a ton of damage here. Okay, so they are gonna do that. I'm gonna save this. Of course. Of course I'm gonna save it. So now I will make some trades. I could even, you know, trade with both of them. It's... Oh, they don't want to do that, which kinda means that they are going to have a... They are going to have an Immodance Recruiter. They wanted to save their things. But this taps for green. So, I can play this thing and still have the Werefox up. Let's not show them that I have the swamp here. He's gonna make the Bunnycorn into 5/5. That's quite nice. Because it counts the token and also the redemption thing. Am I in a position to attack myself? I think 5 damage is worth it. That is worth it. Because this chapter 3 here is no joke. Creature or basic land. Not sure if I care about that. Are they gonna adventure the recruiter now? That would be 5 mana for 2 tokens. Gain control of target creature and untap it. It gains haste, wicked roll up to... So this gets a wicked roll. Well, yeah, they gain control, it will have... Still, it's basically... They also have 5 permanents, so it's also a 5/5 there. Well, I guess I'm gonna make some blocks in here then. I really hope they wouldn't have... No, that's gonna get a counter, so it's... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to save my guys with the Werefox thing. Now we'll get this thing back, of course. So the question is... Am I going to just... I mean, this is so much damage. This is 14 if I don't do anything. But the chapter 3 here is just so strong. I'm not gonna get any creature. I don't think I need any creature here. I would have to sack something, of course. Well, I'm gonna pass the blockers. This is gonna keep growing, so I kinda want to... I actually just want to kill them both. Problem is... My chapter 3 here won't be that great, but I will have the Werefox token. Fine. Okay, let's go for it. There's not much I can... Let's do like this. So I can give this a monster token to deal an additional point if they have like a +1 toughness thing. Okay, fine. I need to try to... Okay, that is going to mean this is... I didn't really think this through. I was supposed to do exactly this. I didn't think it through. Can't give a monster roll token on the Bunnycorn yet. Man, why did I do that? I was supposed to do it. This gets easily the extra... that gets easily the extra toughness. I was supposed to do it the other way. Man, because then I would have... Okay, there's no point sacrificing that. Oh, that's not nice at all. Because they would have no creatures. If I did the block other way, because I could have, if I put the 3/3 token here, I could make it into a 4/4 with this. I had the mana to cast it. They would have no board. This would be in exile. But now, I'm a fool. And I can't even double spell here, which is a shame. Well, I'm gonna go all in with this plan then. Not much I can do other than raise here. Because next turn I have a lot of trample damage coming up and I'm not gonna block this. They can deal me 5. If they still have a kill spell, I mean it's just GG. But yeah, this would be such a different way to do it otherwise. But they have to now actually, because this will just grow. Actually it won't, because this this saga will leave the battlefield. So I can play this, but it will be effectively be the same size. Okay. Well, I just have to. Yeah, I can't just shake the feeling that how good it would have been to for them to not have the mice in here now. Okay, the royal treatment can be quite nice here. Oh, that's actually a really good draw if they have instant speed interaction here, which they can easily have. Yeah, that is very nice. Yeah, they were greedy with that. They were too greedy with that. That's just that's actually horrible for them. Because now they're facing 14 points of trample. If they okay, they made a mistake with the touch the tower, I think. Now this is just they had to do that. And they're at 1 now. Wow. Okay, I won anyway, but that was I could have played better. Touch the tower. Did I even have untapped green? I don't know. I don't think I had. So they should have done it on their turn. And I was lucky to draw it because I didn't have this in my hand. I guess they thought that I had already one treatment drawn. But I could have had like a pump spell or something like that. So I'm very happy they did the play they did. And also this shows how strong this chapter 3 just is. I was able to raise the most aggressive deck in the format. Okay, very nice hand. Again a Bunnies into the Huntsman's Redemption. Obviously a keep. Not even 5 lands this time, and I still have all my colors. They are gonna brave the wilds for another forest. I'll just get the swamp. I'll just get the swamp right away. Okay, so they are on the play with mana accelerating. I hope they don't get to do too crazy stuff here. Also, I will be tapping out for a couple of turns here, so the royal treatment isn't that great right now, but so they can just use a fight spell or something to get rid of this Bunnies because before it gets out of hand. But we'll see. Okay, that's okay. So they have access to black mana. All the treatments are here. Well, if they were completely tapped out, I would maybe attack and bait them to block, because this will effectively give this +2/+2, because it will count the roll token as something that also increases its size, and the roll token itself increases its size. Same applies for the Curse of the Werewolf, but I think it's just better to do this. This is gonna be a 3/3 regardless, so I have an attack here, and it doesn't seem like they have anything right now. So now if I get to untap with all these royal treatments, that would be nice, but there's a chance it's not gonna work. Okay, well that is not so great. So can I get anything that deals with this? I don't think I have such a thing. So let's decline this. And now the best thing I can do here is actually just to fight this fawn, because and this Death Toucher will trade with the Bunicon. Because if I fight with the Death Toucher, of course, I will simply lose the Bunicon right away. So I guess this way I give them an option to not block, but I think they are going to block here. And I have to... I'm fine with that. Okay, they chose not to. But now I have a royal treatment up. So that's gonna be pretty nice for... because, you know, the chapter 3 is gonna resolve. And unless they have like 2 removal spells, it's not gonna work for them that so nicely. So, yep. Now they are forced to trade. Well, actually they are not quite, but I have a royal treatment that will give me lethals. Do I want to add? Because I could now add to the damage a little bit. Because if I play the treatment on here, it will add 2 damage because this thing trambles. This would be a 7/7 and this would be a 6/6. So them going to 5 versus them going to 4. Oh, sorry, 7. What was I talking about? It's a bit shame I drew a land here. But because I do have the treatment here still in my hand, I think I'm gonna push the damage in here. Oh, and they will get trampled. Yeah, no, they actually... Am I missing out? This is more than what I said, because I guess I don't know math. It is 4. I lose, of course, this thanks to Death Touch. It's a shame they had the Death Toucher. So this is now 4/4. Doesn't have trample. But if they have to just jump block, I'm gonna be quite happy. Let's now get a... Well, it doesn't matter, I have 2 planes and all that, so let's just get a forest. Okay, that's not bad. So are they forced to jump here now? Well, now it definitely was worth to use the royal treatment on the previous turn, because they wouldn't have needed to jump otherwise. They might make me discard a card. They might make me discard 2 cards, but I suppose I don't need the planes really that much, so I'd rather play around the 1 card that 1 mana black enchantment that makes 1. You discard 1 card. Yeah, they don't even want to continue the game. So this can of course tap it. The rat token can't block. Or I could just, you know, attack with both or something like that. Well, they conceded, they knew they're gonna lose. Right, so is this matchup something that makes the Outrider slightly better? I don't have a clean way, many clean ways to deal with the Death Toucher. I do have the Light Blades bargained, and I have the Princess Takes Flight. Those are clean ways to deal with it. This is based on fighting. Titanic Growth. The thing is, I don't like to cut any of my cards. Even these things might not be that great in terms of their size, but they can tap something, and I do want to play my 2 drops. I don't want to cut them. Yeah, I really don't think that Titanic Growth is that great. I'm not going to do anything right now. I guess I have a fairly low amount of sideboard options for this deck, so that's the reason I don't get to sideboard that much. Well, that's pretty nice as long as I find one of my bargain effects or the 1 mana thing. But yeah, this is obviously a keep. I again have the Bunicon here. They have a scavenger that makes some food. Oh, so is this a 3rd game in a row when I can play turn 2 Bunicon into turn 3 Huntman's Redemption? Might be. So if I recall correctly, I have 5 ways to get rid of this 4 bargain spells and then 1 spell that just destroys it outright. Okay, so they made this into a creature, so if I could kill this, that would be nice. I can exile it. Well, I don't have a... Because they will have to, you know, tap this for mana for a couple of turns now, so the fact it's a 3/3 creature isn't that bad. Okay, now it's a 4/4 creature, and I really wish to have a... Okay, the perfect is. So it doesn't... It's a monster, so it doesn't have ward 1. The break the spell is so sick here. I do know now that I miss out on the chapter 2, but hey, I get a land away from them. This is a creature, not a non-land anything. It is a creature, so this will work. Wow. Because this will, you know, makes them, you know, not have access to the swamp, and maybe, I mean, they don't have a 4th mana now either. So I'm going to break the spell immediately. I don't have to do it actually immediately. Because I can do it on the next turn upkeep or something like that, but or in draw step. But I'm still gonna just play the Huntman's Redemption here. Now I could play the Courtier, but it's better mana usage. If I had 2 planes, then I would play the Courtier and then break the spell, but it's more mana efficient too. I do this now, and then next time I can play this, then I have the Werefox thing. Yeah, and this gives me a card draw right now, so let's do this. Okay, Stab Wound, I don't have them. Don't have the Swamp yet, but I have like 4 ways to get it. Or is it? Yeah, 4 I think. Okay, that's going to do that, sure. I don't think anything is better than this. No, I'm not gonna sack anything. So next turn I get the you know, the boost. I'm gonna play this, and I have mana up for the Werefox thing as well. So I can make this into a 4/4 Trampler with this adventure. Okay, they sack that, get that. Sure, not the greatest outcome for me, but I think I still can... it's still okay. They have to either take a bunch of damage or... Yeah, okay, this is gonna be work fine enough. Especially if they would choose to attack with the Scavenger here. So this is gonna be a monster now. And now I will be doing this, and now with the Curse of the Werefox I can... I'm almost... I could get rid of the Glutton, but I don't think that is going to be worth it. I'm going to just deal a bunch of damage in here. Because what I can do is... I can't make this into a 7/7 because it already has a monster roll token. So I could make this fight this Glutton, but it would be just... You know, they would both die. So I'm gonna do this. And targets this. Now I can still attack for 12. And this can't even block this guy, even if they wanted to. So they will go to 11. I don't think they're gonna block with the Glutton, because these of course are only temporarily boosted. Is there a reason to wait for this? Because I got both the Princess Takes Flight and the Cursed Courtier here. So, unless they have something I want to kill, I will wait for now. I don't think the 2/2, because it doesn't really do anything on this battlefield. They have a 2/3, they have the 6/6. Okay, that's... they had a feed the Cauldron for that. I don't like that. Now they can attack with that if they want to. But they choose not to. Alright, well, the same I had this now, but not earlier. Well, there is no attack. So let's just play this thing. Any black spell will now make this be bigger and wow. Nice top deck. Nice top deck indeed. That was annoying. That was really annoying. I can't even get my stab wound here. Okay, don't like that one bit. Yes, I can make this into a 5/4 trade with the puff using the royal treatment, but that seems a waste. But then again, if they get to connect with this, they will get even more food, and all the damage I have dealt is for nothing. I don't really want that. So I guess the thing I'm considering in here is that am I going to just play the Oven here and double block the Scream Puff with the 3/3, and I'm going to, in fact, they have no mana to sack the food, so I'm going to do like this. I'm going to bargain this, eat the token I have there, get rid of the food before they get to use it, and now I'm gonna double block the Scream Puff. I still don't like my chances at all, especially if they draw any more relevant spell. Then I would be dead. Death Touch is nasty for double blocks. Okay, so they did draw another thing, but it's actually not the bargained one. Plus I have the royal treatment. Problem here is, of course, that they have a lot more stuff on the battlefield than I. Yeah, I mean, this is just whatever, game is over. I don't think I can draw anything too crazy good here. They're not even attacking with the druid here, which would have been at least somewhat nice. I could block and use the treatment, but no, they're playing it extremely safe. They could have attacked with something else, but no, they are not doing that. I guess the tapper is at least something to deal with the 6/6. And if I can get the stab wound, that would be a source of damage. Yeah, sure. And that's more counters on that thing. They... Okay, what is this? They just have this 6/7. I mean, I don't care about them losing the token that much, but this they have this Storm Kelt Vanguard, so I guess their draws just were incredibly good. Okay, I need some very good draws myself, and of course a 3/1 isn't quite there. Let's play this thing. There's no attack for me. I mean, there's just no... This game is gonna be over very soon because I can't deal with all of that stuff. They're not even attacking with the 4/4, so I don't understand, because of course they should do that. That's just obvious. So they allowed me to have a few more turns. I wonder if the stab wound would have done something here, if I would have been able to play it on, let's say, on the genealogist, and then I would just wait until they die. But well, I guess they would have killed the stab wound with the bear down thing here. Yep. So am I gonna give a counter? I actually don't have mana to. So I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna almost die. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. But well, whatever. Let's get rid of the trampler. This can't be blocked by many things. But now, at least, if they attack with a druid, which they are not doing, I mean, okay, thank you. As long as they don't have a black instant in their hand. They don't attack with this one either. Anyway, I can at least get rid of that thing, but it's... I still need help a lot. Go to 4 here, so I need my... That's not it. I have to jump block that thing. Well, it's not quite over yet, but it's very close because I can only jump block this guy now. They have more creatures. A shame. I don't even want to show the stab wound if I'm... Or did they see the stab wound? That's a safe attack. I can't just eat the 2-3 because I have to block here. I'm not sure if they saw the stab wound, so I have to now decide if I... What is the good draw here? I can tap the Glutton, but no, this is lethal, even if I draw an answer, some kind of answer to this, which I don't know even if it exists. I'll just lose, so yeah, I'm not even gonna bother seeing what I draw. Okay then. Titanic Growth goes in now. That's the kind of card that actually helps me battle with these very big creatures. Multiple Feed the Cauldrons, but and also this curse here and this thing in here, which at least give me some chance to... I mean, these will be useful cards now, all three of them. Spider Food. Don't think I saw anything. No, I did not. A reason to splash this thing. I mean, I would put like a couple of swamps in the deck and maybe this. I don't quite want to go there. It's gonna make the mana so much more unreliable. I'm going to cut the Armory Mice now. That's the least interesting card here against such a deck. These things at least have, you know, purpose as a tapper later in the game. And I think this just is it. There's not much I can do about it. The Titanic Growth is the only sideboard option now. Okay, let's hope this works. That's not bad. They also mulligan here, so maybe they don't have that good of a start. I even have the light blades on the Death Toucher, which they might have. I don't know why did I do this right away. I guess I just wanted to save time, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's not gonna affect what they're gonna do on turn 1. Monstrosity, sure. I'll take the 3 there, fine. Because this will be a 4/4 lifelinker very soon. It also could be just a creature they can kill with the Feed the Cauldron. Yeah, okay. Now I don't like my chances suddenly at all. Fine. Be like that. At least this doesn't... They have more than one of these Feed the Cauldrons. They can't use it to kill the Werewolves. But yeah, them having this 2-drop, and this is also a good example of what just happens when you miss a 2-drop and the opponent doesn't. I mean, I was on the play here, but I'm still taking a lot of damage thanks to them having the, you know, the early pressure here. Now I'm gonna use the light blades on the Monstrosity, so I don't have mana to play this 4 mana card. Okay, I guess I'll just play it slowly now. Oh, they have the Scream Puff as well. I suppose the Scream Puff... I'm going to just... fine. Whatever. Because I can't take the damage from the edge. I just can't. But what I can do is just make this into a... monster, I suppose. I don't like the, I mean, they have so much food there. No, this land is not gonna help me. I mean, I could leave this as a blocker, which I probably have to do, in fact. Because I'm not raising, I'm not winning the race. I can't do that, so I'm just doing this, in fact. And now I need some help from my deck. Yeah, I didn't even get to deal the lifelink damage, not even once. Okay, they are not going to make... they didn't bargain it with food, which is a little bit odd. Okay, so this is gonna give vigilance, isn't it? Yes. So there's at least that. Wonder if I'm supposed to give it to this thing. It's not much, it's only a little bit, but it's something. So the thing is, this deals 1 damage more, but I guess they have so much access to food that it doesn't matter. And now if they have a response of some kind, I can respond with a treatment and have another 5/4. Because if I use treatment on this, it will just knock out the previous thing away. So let's give this some pump here and attack for a 6, and then of course they will be I mean, maybe I was supposed to do it here anyway, because I actually can attack with both. Because of the vigilance, but it won't be it will be only a 4/3. Well, maybe they have a 3. I mean, are they considering a block here? They are. That would be fantastic if it works, but it might. Okay, it actually did work. Wow. That I did not expect to happen. Okay. Okay, they get some life now, but I mean, I don't care about that so much. They do have those big creatures, of course, still in the... Yeah. Oh. Okay. So, I guess it's time to lose to this thing. I haven't seen that in a while, so... Because even if I draw my... Yeah, it's just... Ah, okay. Sure. This is just amazing. They don't need anything else than that. I can hope to get like multiple kill spells somehow. I don't know if that even is possible in any way, shape or form. I'm going to kill this and get the token here. And they even have the food here still, so I'm not gonna be able to raise. I go to 4. This will be a 6/6. You know, this is what craft triples does. If I get my princess, blah blah blah. I mean, even that, yeah, that would help because it exiles, yeah, the princess, you know, yeah, I would have exiled one of the tokens, and then it doesn't pump, because it's a death trigger. Then I double block the other one and go, yeah, I would still lose with that. Okay, craft triples. Not fun to play against. Okay, I'll have a keep here. I might have to fetch a forest with that land, but otherwise this hand is just too good to not keep it. So yeah, I'll get a forest because I need to play the familiar on turn 2. It will add mana if it survives, and then I have a more explosive start. And I don't even have either of my black spells in my hand, so I don't need to swamp right now. And I still have 3 ways to get a swamp, or just draw it. What? Well, not that. This one. So I might even be able to double spell on the next turn my 2 drops here. But they are playing black, so they have many cards that can deal with this. That's not one of them, so I will take 2 here now. They're gonna attack with the 2/2, right? Yeah. Okay, that is nice. I'm almost tempted to leave mana up for it, but it's actually not such a good idea. I'll just Well, actually, I don't have double white. I can't double spell here. What was I thinking? Well, in that case, what I can do is I can play like the Bunnycorn, leave mana up for the Werfox thing here. I could just play the Acolyte in here. I could actually permanent card from your graveyard on top of your library. I'm actually going to get this Evolving Wilds here, I think, back. Draw it on the next turn. Well, okay. I'm going to still play this. And I see what happens. I have 2 green mana up. I have mana for the Royal Treatment, I have mana for the Acolyte's Adventure, and of course I can just play the Werfox thing. But if they are not gonna tap out before attacks, and of course you shouldn't tap out before attacks unless it really makes a difference. I don't get any too great block options. Okay, well they did tap out before attack, so this is just amazing. If they attack, I mean, maybe they don't attack. Wow. Because what I can do is I can give this thing a... I can make this basically a 4/4. Yeah, and eat the vermin here. That's what's gonna happen. This is gonna be +2/+2 effectively on the Bunnycorn. So I'm happy they made it like that. Yeah, this is the best. I mean, it couldn't have been any better outcome for me. This is just insane, actually. Why did they play the witch? I don't know. Okay, I drew the swamp, so I don't even need to get back the Evolving Wilds anymore. But let's still just play the land, and that's 5 mana total. I really want to leave now mana up for the Royal Treatment, and I will be doing that, which means that I'm in fact going to just add here some green, and that because I want to leave the actual land up. It's a little bit of a telegraphing what I have, but it's just it's too good, because the Bunnycorn will just become a very big creature, and it has trample thanks to the monster roll token. Now, of course, if they target it with some removal, I have to use the Royal Treatment, which will replace the trample token with the Award 1 token, but maybe that is still quite worth it. It's not like they have that great jump blockers right now. There it goes. Why would you attack with the Vigilant token into my 4/3? Because they can. Now I just play my things here to increase the size of the Bunnycorn, of course. Yep, that's nice, but not needed right now. I'm gonna deal almost lethal. There is still a rat spell in the format. If they draw a land, it's a 5 mana sorcery. Okay, now they get to... I mean, that's not gonna really help them too much, because I have other things. So I won the game, of course, now. Plus the break the spell, in fact, does also deal with the cooped out, but there's no reason to show them anything. I'll just attack everything. There's no reason to show cards when you have a best of 3 match with games remaining. Alright, so what did I see here? Moment of Valor, Vermin. Not really that much of synergy, just you know, cards. But I'm sure there's some synergy, but I don't know what to prepare for. I guess the only kind of decision here is that, do I play Spider Food, do I play Titanic Growth? Those are the cards I'm most likely to sideboard in. Spider Food, I saw one target, the cooped up. I don't think it's worth it. Titanic growth doesn't seem like black and white is gonna have such a amount of big creatures that it's necessary. So I'm going to again have the same build as the main deck. Okay, well, this is not a keepable hand. All planes 1/2 drop, but these cards don't do anything right now. I'm going to mulligan that, and this is actually quite nice. I just have to decide which of the cards not to keep, because the Brave the Wilds will get the swamp for the stab wound. It could be the Troublemaker Oath, but it's my only 2-drop. It could be the Ferocious Werewolf, but it's a better card than the Oath here. I'm gonna just actually get rid of the 2-drop here. Oh, what the... They made me go first. I'm always so surprised when that happens. Now missing out the 2-drop is even less of a concern when I'm on the play here and they got to decide. Very nice. There's a visitor. So I can play this. And I pretty much am not going to. Oh, by the way, this is an actual extra way to get the swamp. I didn't even realize, but you could, if I'm desperate, I could use the chapter 2 to get a swamp. But yeah, now I can just. I'll hope they don't have removal. But then again, I don't have a royal treatment in my hand right now, so it doesn't matter that much. That's a nice one. So they can sack these to draw a card with a scry, or they can make a rat token. Menace isn't gonna be that. Well, they could keep it menace. Okay, opponent, what are you doing? I'm not gonna take 2 damage when I can just block that thing. Decline that. I don't have yet a way to deal with this. I guess I used the Brave the Wilds and, well, actually the Oath got shuffled, but it's a bargain card. At least it's not in the bottom of the deck anymore. Now, I don't quite understand why did they attack there, but oh well. I'm going to play the Frost Bridge Guard. That allows me to have mana up for the Werewolf thing. Maybe they again, you know, tap out pre-combat, then attack into this 2/2 with the 2/3, and that's very good for me. But they really should not do that, because I'm not going to block these and use this into open mana. Not when I'm at 20 mana. Mana? I'm not at 20 mana. 20 life. So that's going to... okay. Not do much. This is... So the chapter 3 here isn't going to be the most amazing chapter ever. But again, they played a spell pre-combat. Are they not going to attack with the Butcher? I guess if they're not attacking with the Butcher, then it doesn't matter, but... And they still have 2 mana up, of course. I don't understand why they do that. Yeah, they get lifelink and all that, but fly and... yeah, that's just not making any sense. Okay, to be mana efficient, I'm going to actually play the monster token on the guard. I'm most likely gonna play this thing on the next turn. Yeah, I guess that's not really even gonna bother me too much. So yeah, these both get the goodies, but sadly only one can attack. Play this, do this. Now I have a stab wound possibility. My Becky will just, of course, jump block my guys with the stab wounded creature. At least it's not that efficient of a jump block, because these both have trample now. Baron Nordi, sure. And they still can play the witch with the mana they have available. I have a tapper, which might become relevant. Okay, they, I mean, they lose the wicked token. I mean, that doesn't, that all it does is make me lose 1 life. They should have definitely put the token on the battle note. Yeah, this opponent might be a little bit inexperienced with this limited format. Alright, so I'm gonna raise here. I'm not gonna trade. Now they didn't even have mana to play either of those things. They should have just played the witch here. Anyhow, what I am going to do here is just not use the princess takes flight, not right now. They take 7 damage. Who knows, maybe they jump block here given how they have played. It seems like the decisions haven't been the most optimal ones. But they can't really block here. I mean, that's just throwing away a creature to deal, to prevent taking 3 damage with the life total they had. Okay, so they are gonna play only one of these. Even if they draw land, they don't have mana for both, which means that I'm still going to play this here. It has ward 1, which I can pay. And next turn, there is an option to use the princess takes flight, even if I won't be necessarily be able to. But they attack. That is so weird. Why would they attack? I don't get it. I mean, they can just block with it to get rid of the stab wound, because now the thing is that they're actually going down to 8 if I... They don't know that I have this, but I could exile this. They go down to 3. What, 8? What? Down to 3 and then down to 1 with the stab wound. I was thinking about, taking just the redemption back, because I could do all that kind of stuff, but is that even necessary? I honestly don't think it's necessary. I just win on the next turn instead. Might actually play this. I don't need to use the adventure there. Okay, I mean, this is gonna be it. I don't need to. Chapter 3 is going to be irrelevant now. They go to 3 and yeah, I mean, unless they draw the rat effect, I don't have a wicked token myself. No, that would be a... If they have the rat in their deck, that's their way to still win. But now they just lose to this skitter thing. So I mean, of course I just win in other ways too, but take that and well, I mean, whatever. I'm just gonna fly over. But they would die in their upkeep anyway. Yep, you can add mana to do nothing. This thing flies, and then I win. Alright, well, this match 3 wasn't really that hard. But it also shows the importance of not doing things you don't have to do pre-combat, because in the game 1 especially, I was able to play a combat trick when they had no open mana, which I would not have done if they had open mana. And then I got a very good kind of a blowout from the situation, and that just gave me the superior position. So there's just no reason to play things that don't affect the upcoming combat until after the combat. But still a lot of players, I mean, not maybe a lot, but I see it too often, I would say. It's not that rare to see such behavior. Okay, so the match 2 was tough, especially with the game 3 finisher of the Groof triplets, so what's the card? Or very hard to beat unless you can counter it. But I got, I mean, I was a fairly low curve deck, but I got some nice use out of the royal treatments. I was able to do the princess takes flight thing with the synergy pieces. The courtier I really had a couple of times on the battlefield, but it got killed very quickly, I guess, except in the one of the games. But anyhow, also the Huntsman's Redemption, as good as you might think it is, and then the Regal Bunny card, which is just a incredibly sizable creature, because it does, count, of course, the roll tokens, which is not hard to come by. So this can easily be a 2-mana 5/5 later in the game. Okay, well, that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and let's claim the prize first. And okay, come on. And bye bye.